Hey guys, I want to talk to you a little bit about session 8 in our writing today. We are going to learn about reading closely with our text to generate more writing and more ideas. So, we are going to start to begin a new letter this week, and that is going to be our goal. So, first, I want to talk about a book that's one of my favorites called Nate the Great. In the book, Nate the Great and the Phony Clue, Nate has to figure out who left the torn piece of paper with the word Vita on his doorstep. Sounds like a mystery, doesn't it? Kind of a great story. Well, Nate has friends who try to help him with these kinds of mysteries, but he is the only one who solves them. Nate is such a great detective because he looks closely at things and he notices things that others don't. And so when we are writing these new letters to our second grade reader friends, we are going to get to be that detective and pulling the book apart a little bit and finding the clues to help us to make our writing better. So, our goal today is that we want to learn that when we write about reading, we need to pay close attention to the details of what we're reading because those details can make our writing more interesting. So, detectives are what we're going to do is we're going to look for a new book for our new letter to a second grade reader. So, it could be a friend in our classroom, or it could be somebody who maybe will read the book in a couple of years from now. We are looking for details that we can write about. And just like detectives, we're going to look for things that others might miss. Once we find those ideas, we will ask ourselves what new ideas we are getting from those details. And I know with being remote, you may not have your book bag with you, and that's okay. You can choose any book that you want. It could be a book from home, it could be a book on Raz Kids, it could be any type of book that you want to write a letter about that you have maybe read this week. It would be a great tool for us to be able to revisit that book. So if you can find that book today and do some reading in that book so that you know what you're going to write about, to find those details and find things that maybe somebody might have missed, that's going to be our goal. So, one thing that lots of people miss when they are doing this is the illustrations. So, those great pictures that are in the book. So, we're going to look for illustrations to find details that could give us information to write about. This question is really important. What ideas am I getting from this illustration? Give yourself time to think about what you are seeing in the pictures, okay? Just like in the phony clue, I can see that Nate here has got his paper and he's got a great dog next to him. And so he's got that investigative hat, and that might have been something that somebody missed and I want to write about in my letter, okay? So use the pictures to help you. And so I want to show you that our activity today is your biggest goal is just to write. Whenever you are looking for something new to write about, look at the details of your text and illustrations and ask yourself, what ideas are they giving you? Okay. So here's a kind of a beginning of my letter. Excuse me. If you remember, we have a fun song about writing a letter, right? We have a heading. And so my heading is the date, December 3rd, 2020. We have a greeting, and the greeting is Dear Second Grade Reader. Then we start the body of our letter. And in the body, I kind of left some blanks here because I was hoping to give you some ideas of what to write. So it says, I want to tell you about the book that I am reading. The title of my book is blank. So whether it's Nate the Great, whether it's something else that you have at home, that's where you would put that in there. This book is really great because, oh, that great word, because I love to see that in our letters when you use that word, because. Another cool thing that we've learned this week is the idea of a summary. So when we summarize something, we have that somebody wanted but, so, then. SWBST, right? So you can summarize what happened in this book by saying somebody wanted, so like the main character wanted to do something. What did they do? Right? Or they wanted to find the solution to the problem. But the problem was he didn't know who wrote VITA on that note that was left. So the main character, Nate the Great, decided to investigate. Then the solution to the problem was, so you kind of start to give an idea of the ending. But remember, we worked on not totally giving the ending away, but maybe you kind of give clues to what that solution might be. Then I really want you in this letter to write about the pictures of this book that really help me understand something about Nate the Great, like, or something about your character. I might say the pictures of this book really help me understand. So Nate the Great's hat looks like a detective hat. So it made me really realize that he is a great detective. And then we always end something that you learn from the story or something that you enjoyed, or maybe a farewell. So I just wrote, I hope you'll enjoy this book as much as I did. We always have a closing, which where we say sincerely, love, from, and then our signature, which would be our name, student A. So I hope this video helps you get started on that letter. Again, today we're just watching this video, and then tomorrow, again, we can start on our letter. So we're going to keep working on that next letter. Good luck, writers. I know you guys can do great work.